Libra, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Libra love reading. I know it's been a minute. I am behind schedule again because I got so booked up with personal readings. So what I'm going to try and do this week is just put these readings out without doing all the fancy pants editing that I normally do. Because I figure it's probably more important for you to get the reading than it is to have it look all pretty and stuff. So I'm going to try and get myself caught up by just like shortcutting that a little bit and just putting the reading out for you. Most other readers don't bother to edit anyway, so hopefully it's not a big deal to you. If it is, my apologies. I will get back to the normal routine here in the next week or so. But let's get on with this Libra love reading for you today, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest as we move into May 2024. I'm going to get one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in May. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Libra, 3 cards for your person. Then I'm going to clarify everything with a second deck just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get started. Let's get one card for what is the mutual point of interest between Libra and their romantic person of interest in May 2024, please. Get 3 for you, Libra. What's going on with you? What's going on with Libra as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them? Making me dig for it, huh? Let's see, what do we got? Here's another one. And there we go. All right. You got a lot of fire out here in your energy. What's going on with your person, Libra? What's going on with Libra's romantic person of interest as it relates to Libra and the connection between them? Okay, not letting me finish. Not a problem. What do we have here? Okay. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading, King of Wands. We got more fire. I got a lot of fire out here. A lot of passion, desire, determination, motivation, drive. The King of Wands is either Leo or Sagittarius energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what they want. They go after what they want. They usually don't take no for an answer. This is typically the kind of person who's going to find a way to get what they want, or they're going to make a way to get what they want. It's also the pinnacle of the wand suit. The wand is about passion, desire. It's the phallic symbol of the deck, so it represents the male you-know-what, and using that to be intimate. So this is not just a driven and motivated, determined kind of a person in the general sense. They're usually driven and motivated and determined by that sexual energy, passion, desire type thing. And behind that, I have King of Swords. This is either Gemini or Aquarius energy. This is a very decision-making oriented kind of a person, very logical, rational, smart, analytical. They represent like conscious mind, thinking, logic, reason, common sense, stuff like that. But this is someone who, when they make their decisions, they're usually very emotionally detached decision makers. They don't consult their emotions when they make decisions. They look strictly at the truth and the facts. What's right in front of me? What can I see with my own eyes? Verify. What do I know to be true? And I'm going to decide based on that and that alone. Sometimes this can feel like a person who is emotionally distant, emotionally detached. Sometimes they can feel cold and calculated. We got some, so I don't know if we got 2 different kings showing up here, or if this is just 2 different elements of the same person here. Could just be one piece of them is all very driven, motivated, and determined, and another piece of them is like the common sense is talking to them differently here. But I do have 7 of Cups behind that. This is Scorpio energy of options and choices and confusion about the options and choices. There's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of emotions involved. This could go a bunch of different ways, and I don't want to pick the wrong thing and make some kind of a mistake that I regret later. So this can just represent having a lot of different choices here, or being confused about what to do. Do have Queen of Wands right behind that. That's the counterpart to this King of Wands here. So again, passion, desire oriented. This would usually be someone that there's a lot of attraction toward, a lot of desire for, a lot of interest in. This is also very driven, determined, motivated kind of a person. So I'm not sure yet. This is like the gist of what it looks like this is going to talk to me about. I could have somebody that's very driven by passion and desire and wants you really bad, and then common sense is starting to get in the way. Logic, reason, rational mind starting to get in the way a little bit. Maybe causing some confusion. We'll probably come back to this a little bit more as we go through the reading, but like I said, that's the gist of what it looks like this is going to talk about. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that affects both of you in some way here in May 2024. It doesn't always affect you both the same way. Sometimes they do this and you feel the consequences of it. Sometimes they say or do something and you start feeling or acting this way. Sometimes it's legitimately something external that's affecting both of you, but this mutual point of interest for you and your person Libra for May 2024 is the High Priestess. This is she who knows. She sits in front of the veil of consciousness, so she has access to all the information that you and I as humans, we don't have access to. She sees everything. She knows everything. The problem with her is she doesn't always tell us everything. Like sometimes there's just stuff we're not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff we don't need to know until it's time, at which point she clues us in through our intuition, gut feelings, signs, synchronicities, dreams, some kind of a internal knowing or an intuitive hit. She represents the intuition, the unconscious mind. So in and of herself, she can represent that there's maybe some information that hasn't been revealed yet and you're having some intuitive hits about it. Your intuition can be talking to you here. In a love reading, she can signify that the connection between the two of you is deeper than just something physical. It's deeper than just something emotional. It can be bordering on like a spiritual connection, a very powerful connection. So let's clarify this and see what else we can find out. Tell me more about this High Priestess. Why is this mutual point of interest between Libra and their person? Thank you. Okay. Bottom of the deck. 10 of Wands. Sagittarius energy. So I'm getting ahead of myself, but all three of your cards are fire energies. I got a fire energy. It's the overall energy. Your person's first card is a fire energy. Now I've got a fire energy here and the story underlying this High Priestess. This is a heavy burden that's being carried here. It's a 10. And in tarot, 10s are completion. So this is supposed to be the completion of the heavy burden. In other words, getting to the spot where this burden can be laid down and you can move forward without carrying it anymore. We're burdened by something going on here that's probably not super healthy. I have the Devil right behind that. This is the Capricorn Major Arcana card. This is usually heavy toxic energy. This is usually obsession or addiction or a feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like I can't escape from it, feeling like something has control over me and I don't have any control over it. Sometimes this is an element of one of your shadows, like a piece of yourself or a piece of themselves that they don't like, and maybe they don't want you to see it. Maybe they don't even want to look at it themselves. This could represent that there is this very dramatic pull to this connection. I don't know if you can see, but these are the same two people from the Lovers card, and here they have chains around their neck. They're not here because they want to be. They literally can't escape. And being in this toxicity, this distorted energy for as long as they have has started to distort who they are. They've grown horns and tails here. So this can sometimes mean that there's some toxic stuff going on under the surface of this relationship, and there's a burden associated with whatever that toxicity is. Three of Swords right behind that. This is Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third energy. Now, the third energy is not always a romantic third party, although it definitely can be, especially when we've got some toxic something going on, someone driven and motivated by the wand and the passion, desire things. Got the High Priestess, like your intuition could be telling you something's going on here. That third energy can literally be any number of things, because anything that we humans do enough of is going to eventually pick up its own energy. Like my work has picked up its own energy. It affects me. It affects my family. It affects the people closest to me. So it can be working too much. It could be going to school. Hell, it could be partying too much, going out too much, watching too much television. Like anything that we do too much of can cause this heartbreaking scenario. But we definitely got something no good going on under the surface. I got the Ace of Wands next. This is a passionate new beginning, a new beginning in passion and desire. Like I said, this is the phallic symbol of the deck. It's the male you-know-what, using that to be intimate. We could have some sort of a passion-desire issue here, especially with all the fire I'm seeing everywhere. And I do have what looks like options and choices and confusion tied to this Queen of Wands, this person that there would be a lot of passion and desire and attraction, sexual energy toward. When I clarify the High Priestess, I get Justice, 9 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Justice is the Libra Major Arcana card. This card is the most powerful card of balance in the whole deck. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. The sword in this card is used to sever something or cut away something that's not in balance, so balance can be restored, and then the right, fair, just thing can happen. Usually when this card comes out, it's a pretty good indicator that something is out of balance, and this is showing up because there is a correction that's needed. It shows up a lot when something unfair and unjust is going on, and this is like the need to correct that wrong. Have the 9 of Cups next, which is Pisces energy. This is a singles energy. It's a step backwards from the 10 of Cups, which is most people's goal in terms of love and relationships. It's that being combined together emotionally, pouring yourselves into each other emotionally, being fully happy, fully content, fully in love. It's like that happy fairy tale romance that we all want. This is a step backwards from that. This is about being emotionally single, emotionally independent, not needing another person to show up to make me feel whole or to make me feel happy, because I do that stuff for myself, not needing someone else to show up and make me feel worthy of love because I already love myself. So it's a good energy in that aspect. The negative side of this is it can be it's really about personal happiness and personal wish fulfillment. So sometimes it can represent a person who is overly indulgent, overly self-indulgent, much more worried about their own personal happiness and wish fulfillment than they are about yours or what's best for us. There's definitely something unfair tied to personal happiness and wish fulfillment, and it looks like your intuition is talking to you about that. It could just be that we have something unfair, unjust, some sort of a toxic thing in the environment. It could be some external person that's not you, that's not them, that's getting in the way of this passionate new beginning and taking this leap of faith. But I have another ace right under here. This could also just be saying, hey, we got a new beginning going. Like the Fool is the very first card of the whole tarot deck. So it's a legitimate new beginning. And it's surrounded by 2 aces, which also represent new beginnings. Third energy causing some kind of a problem. It's looking like we got somebody else involved. 3 of Cups is the next clarifier. This is Cancer energy. Sometimes this is about being united and celebrating, or being reunited and celebrating. If we had something unbalanced going on and this has been corrected, or if maybe that's the wish fulfillment to correct it, this could be about wanting to be reunited here. It can also represent a third-party love triangle because there are 3 cups of love in the picture here. Could be your intuition is talking to you about something like that. Final clarifier for that High Priestess is the 10 of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. This is kind of like the counterpart to that 10 of Cups that we just referred to a second ago. This is most people's goal in the physical reality. It's maximum stability, maximum abundance and prosperity. This can be the combining together of 2 people or 2 families and all their assets and resources to build this stable, abundant, prosperous home life that we all want, like where no one wants for anything. I usually get this card when people are living together or are married or are going down the path toward combining their lives together. There's an element of wish fulfillment to that, but there is also an element of something being unbalanced and unfair regarding that, and feeling like there's some intuition telling you what's going on here. It's looking like there's another person involved here with some of what I'm seeing. I will freely admit to you, it is not uncommon at this early stage in the reading that I don't fully understand what that shared energy is trying to tell me yet. I normally don't understand it until I get at least part of the way through your energy, Libra, because then I can see how it applies to you. I will come back to it again as I go through your person's energy, because then I can see how it applies to them. But that's the shared energy affecting both of you here in May 2024. Libra, your energy in this connection, first card is the most important. You got strength. Central to your energy is the Four of Wands. And your final card is that Ten of Wands that we have here on the bottom of the deck still. Strength is a Leo Major Arcana card. This card tells me that you're going through a very difficult situation right now. It's probably requiring you to dig down deep inside yourself and tap into all of your internal strength in order to even make it through this. It can sometimes represent a person who's trying to tame this beast inside themselves, like they're trying to rein themselves in and hold themselves back and not let themselves rush off and do something hasty or harsh and end up making some kind of a mistake that you regret later. So it can represent struggling against this urge or this desire or this piece of yourself that wants to move forward on something really fast and like trying to contain that. Let me see what's going on with this. Tell me more about strength. Why is that the first card in Libra's energy, please? What we have here. Okay, making good sense now. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. Getting ahead of myself, but that is your person's very first card. This is Sagittarius Major Arcana energy. This is an energy of patience. It's about blending two things together, but being patient about it and not needing to dump it all together all at once. It's like mixing things together little bits at a time, and then being willing to take a step back and take a look at how's this working out, and then come back in and make some fine-tuning type adjustments. So it's about being patient on something. It can represent something being out of balance and out of whack, and like this can be like a recalibration kind of an energy where we're trying to like even something back out when it's too funky here. This can even represent reconciliation in the sense that in tarot, water represents love and emotions, and here the love has been separated into two different cups, and this angel is recombining that love back together, like recombining two people. Can be something like that. Could be that you have this desire to recombine, and like when I get strength and temperance together, that's screaming like forced patience. Like I'm being patient and I don't really want to be patient because this beast inside of me wants to go now and I have to contain that. It could be that you have an internal conflict with that too, more Leo energy. So again, I'm clarifying a fire energy, and I get a fire energy on the bottom and a fire energy right underneath that. There is like a lot of passion and desire mixed in with this energy here, which sometimes is awesome and sometimes it can be problematic, especially when you see the devil involved in that. This is fives are conflict. And like I said, wands are about passion or desire. So this is a conflict in your desires, like an internal conflict where there's a piece of you that wants this one thing and another piece of you wants this other thing. And I can't really have both. So now I'm torn between the two things here. And I'm like playing tug of war in terms of what is it that I actually want. And I'm like pulling myself in different directions at the same time. Queen of Wands right underneath that. I saw that 4 cards deep in the overall energy. I may not have gone deep enough in that because the next card is the Two of Cups, which is some sort of a love connection here looming in the background. But it's a 2, and in tarot, 2s are choices. So this can be a choice about the connection that you have with this person. It can even be a choice between more than one person, and that could be affecting things. This Queen of Wands is typically Leo or Aries energy. This is, like I said, bold, passionate, fiery, determined. I know what I want. I'm going to go get what I want. Sometimes this can be a little bit of a drama queen kind of an energy. This is usually someone that is very attractive, very good looking. There's a lot of passion, desire, and attraction towards someone like this. When I clarify strength, 7 of Swords, 5 of Cups, the Star. 7 of Swords is Aquarius energy. This is sometimes lying and cheating and stealing and sneaking around behind someone's back and trying to get away with something that they probably shouldn't be trying to get away with. That could be the thing that has caused this difficult situation. I did see 3 of Swords already. I got what could be a 3rd cup of love involved. Something definitely unfair is happening. This is probably some sort of a deceptive behavior going on behind your back, causing some sort of a problem. It leads to the 5 of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. Again, 5s are conflict. This is an emotional loss of some kind. This is about, at its core, it's about whatever a person focuses on is literally going to dictate to them what emotions they feel. So here, this person is focused on these 3 cups that have been spilled and all the love and emotions that have been spilled and wasted. They've lost something that was emotionally important to them. And because they're focused on the past, they're feeling what they felt in the past. They're focused on something that they've lost and they're feeling that loss. They're focused on something that's missing now and they're feeling that gap. But in the background, there is still 2 upright cups back there. That can be that 2 of Cups that we just saw here a little bit under the overall energy. Could indicate that you still feel a connection toward this person and are probably trying to be patient in an attempt to balance it out. But there's some kind of a looming, either another connection in the background or there's some decision looming in the background that you have some kind of an internal conflict about. It's very unlikely that I'm going to get an internal conflict about what do I actually want with the Queen of Wands, because she knows exactly what she wants. This is not feeling like you are Queen of Wands in this case and that you have this internal conflict. It's feeling more like you have this internal conflict because the Queen of Wands is here, and right behind her is some physical, tangible, new opportunity presenting itself in the physical world. You have the Hierophant below that. Oh, and the King of Pentacles below that. So there are 2 hints there that I've got the 10 of Pentacles out here. I've got the 4 of Wands coming up next in your energy. This one's forcing me to get ahead of myself when I don't want to. But all those cards reference marriage, living together, combining lives together, things of that nature. But there is some sort of an emotional loss that you're feeling here, and your focus may not be in the right place. This is usually like feeling very negative emotions because of where your focus is right now. And granted, yes, if you're focused on lying, cheating, deception, stuff like that, probably going to make you feel pretty bad. Could be why you're going through a difficult spot. But then we have the Star next, which is the Aquarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of hope. It's a card of healing. Sometimes it's a card of wish fulfillment. Sometimes this is a card that can indicate that you felt at some point in time that this person might be the one for you. It might be like the one for you. I've got 2 indicators here that this is a very powerful connection in terms of how you're viewing it, how you're feeling about it. The problem with the Star is this is the card that comes after the Tower. So you don't make it to the Star energy without going through a Tower moment of some kind first, where something important in your life comes crashing down all around you. It's a foundation rocking event. Typically, the Tower collapsing is the collapse of the relationship or the collapse of a belief system that you had about the relationship, like where you believed it was going, what you thought it was, and something has happened to shatter that belief. This is that energy of like having the hope that that can be healed and put back together. Central to your energy, Libra, is the 4 of Wands. This is Aries energy. 4s are about stability. This is stability of the home life, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the 2 of you. These 4 wands represent 1111, which is not just the number on the cool shirt here. That's the number of manifesting. This is an energy of celebration. It can be a celebration of the home and the family, but a lot of times this is an energy of celebrating the thing that I've been trying to manifest, the thing that I want for my life, and I've kind of been waiting on it to get here. This is usually an indicator that the thing that's been trying to be manifested is physically here now. It's stable in the physical reality. Like I said, it can represent marriage, stable home, and family life. Tell me about the 4 of Wands. Why is that central to Libra's energy here in May 2024? Thank you. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. This is the sword of truth. It's the sword of victory. It's the sword of clarity. It's also the sword you use to make decisions with. The word decision, the Latin word decision, comes from, literally means to cut off. So this, like, cutting off the other options until there's only one option left, and that's how you make a decision. This is also sometimes the sword you use to sever a relationship with, or to cut someone out of your life, or to cut away something that's not in balance, so balance can be restored. Oh, sheesh. We got the Ace of Wands behind that. So I got two new beginnings here. This can be like the spark of like a new idea. This could be the spark of a new passion and new desire, a passion and new beginning. That, just throwing it out there. Don't go Lorraine and Bobbitt on anybody, because I don't really like the way these two cards are juxtaposed to each other. Like, I would much rather off with the head and not off with the wand if we can help that. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of a new beginning taking place during a period where you guys had some sort of a stability. I got the Fool right behind those two new beginnings. The Fool is card 0, the first card of the major arcana, the first card of the whole tarot deck, like starting at the beginning, taking a blind leap of faith on something. This is even sometimes an energy of foolish behavior, foolish decision making, taking unnecessary risks, or risks outside of the connection here. Looks like we had a stable connection, or at least from your point of view, felt stable and felt probably like the one that you wanted, and looks like we're at least attempting to build a life together. When I clarify Four of Wands, I get Queen of Cups, Strength again, and the Six of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Can't talk today. Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. This would indicate that you have a lot of love and emotions for your person. You're very intuitive. It's the most intuitive queen in the deck. The Queen of Cups is the only character in the deck that has a lid on top of her cup, and she does that as a way to protect her emotions from getting contaminated. She's semi-guarded here. She doesn't want anything getting in her emotions and messing her up. What she really wants to do, though, is take the lid off the cup and pour her love into someone. That card is sitting right beside this Seven of Swords, this lying, cheating, deceptive energy here. That could be why you're semi-guarded now, because you've dealt with something like that in the past. Possibly even from this person. I'm hoping that the Queen of Cups is representing you, and it's not the other person here. I'm really strongly feeling other person. I got Strength next, which is the card that I just finished clarifying for you. Your first card is always the most important, and here it is again in the other deck. Again, this is telling me you're going through a very difficult situation that takes all your internal strength to make it through it. You have the strength to make it through it. You're just being forced to dig down deep inside yourself and find it. It's tied directly to all these negative emotions that you're feeling. Sadness, remorse, loss, regrets. Final card to clarify this Four of Wands is the Six of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. This is supposed to be an energy of balance, like generosity and reciprocity, like you scratch my back and I scratch yours, you take care of me, I take care of you, like equal give and take kind of an energy. So sometimes this can represent you're struggling with trying to balance this connection back out, struggling trying to balance it out, hoping that it can be healed and be balanced back out. I mean, the first clarifier here in the shared energy is an energy of balance and trying to right a wrong. That's the problem that I'm feeling, though. There's a wrong here, potentially 2 or 3 of them. There's a wrong here, and it's feeling wrong here. The other meaning to this card is it can represent the merchant, which would be your person in this case, giving to 2 people in the physical sense. Final card for you, Libra, is the Ten of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. We already saw this in the shared energy, the story that was on the bottom of the deck when I clarified that. This is a heavy burden that you're carrying. It is a 10. It's supposed to be the completion of this heavy burden where you can lay that down and move forward without it. Tell me about this Ten of Wands. Why is this the final card in Libra's energy? bottom of the deck, Temperance. Your person is getting told on right here. Temperance, said Sagittarius Major Arcana. Like I said, it is the very first card in your person's energy. The reason I'm saying they're getting told on is because what I'm seeing out here, I got this Knight of Pentacles, which is the very next card in your person's energy. I saw the Three of Swords when I clarified the shared energy, and they've also got the Three of Swords in their energy here. So all of their cards I've already seen as I'm going through the shared energy in your energy, Libra. This is patience. This is wanting to like combine things back together, reconcile here, like recombine the love. There's a burden here. This is feeling like you're waiting and waiting and waiting and not really getting anywhere is what this is feeling like. The Hierophant. That's the Taurus Major Arcana card. This is a card of commitment. It's about being committed to something bigger than yourself. In a relationship reading, this is full commitment to the relationship. Being fully committed to it, trying to advance it to the next level of like engagement, living together, being married. This is typically referred to as a marriage card. For me, the Ten of Pentacles is a lot of times a marriage card. And this Four of Wands is also that. So if you're not married, it could be a case where that's probably how you were viewing this was going to, how it was going to go down. You got King of Pentacles right behind it. So this is Taurus or Virgo energy. This is like the husband type of an energy here. The other half to the marriage equation would be the Queen of Pentacles, and I don't see her out here. I have an internal conflict right behind this person. I've seen three separate kings show up out here. It could be that you've got different, this person has different sides that you aren't sure what you're going to see and when you're going to see it. It could be that they have an internal conflict under the surface about marriage and commitment. It could be now that you're burdened by that and you want to put it together, but you've got some internal conflict about that at this point. Possibly because of anything that's happened here. When I clarify Ten of Wands, I get Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Moon. Three of Pentacles is Capricorn energy of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. The thing that you would typically be working together to build here is the Ten of Pentacles. This is about laying the foundations for the Ten of Pentacles, laying the foundations for being able to build a life together. Got a lot of love and emotions tied to this person. Man, but then there's that Seven of Swords in that row with it. That's sneaky, deceptive, lying, cheating type of an energy here. What's kind of disturbing is I got Queen of Cups tied to working together to build something. I've got Queen of Cups tied to stability of home and family and the connection itself. And I'm not even 100% convinced that that's your energy. Totally possible that it is. It's also totally possible that that could represent someone else that's involved here. I've got the Two of Cups as the next clarifier, Cancer energy. Again, this is a love connection between the two of you. It's I breathe you in, you breathe me in. We're connected, but it's a two. And in tarot, twos are choices or decisions. So this can be a decision about this connection here. It can even be a decision between more than one cup of love. And that is causing a burden to this laying the foundations together. Could even be telling me that it's occurring during a time when we are laying the foundations for building a life together. It's right beside strength. It's like you're having a hard time either containing yourself about this connection, or you're having a very difficult time with a decision related to this connection, because I've got that Five of Cups right beside it again, like sadness, remorse, emotional loss. The next clarifier for the Ten of Wands is the Knight of Pentacles. Like I said, that's central to your person's energy. This is very slow forward movement. This is like the snail's pace. This is usually a very frustrating kind of an energy, because it usually shows up when you want something like yesterday and you're getting that slow drip, that snail's pace, and it seems like nothing's moving, no progress is being made. It's like not really going anywhere. It's really hard to tell the difference between this energy and the Hanged Man when you're going through this, because they feel almost identical. The difference is with the Hanged Man, things actually aren't moving at all. And here there is some forward movement happening. It's just happening so damn slow that from where you sit, you probably can't see it. The other thing that this card can mean, he's got the Ace of Pentacles in his hand. That's the seed of abundance. That's the seed that grows into the Ten of Pentacles. He's holding it. He's looking right at it. He knows he's got it, but the fields behind him are completely empty because he hasn't done what he knows he's supposed to do. He knows he's supposed to plant the seed, and he just hasn't for some reason. So it can represent a person that knows what they're supposed to do, but just doesn't do it. The opposite is also true. He knows he's not supposed to just sit on his ass, and he's doing it anyway. So it can also be a person who knows what they're not supposed to do and does it anyway. That's tied to, like, okay, we're having such slow progress in the choice about our connection here, or slow progress in the connection. It could even be, hey, I know I'm not supposed to have another cup, but I did it anyway. I know I'm not supposed to be giving to two people, but I did it anyway. And then there's still you trying to maintain the hope that this can be balanced out and that progress can actually start to happen here. The final clarifier for this heavy burden that you're carrying is the Moon. This is fear, worry, and anxiety. A lot of times that will come from uncertainty, because when the moon's out, it's dark outside. You can't see the full path in front of you. It's really hard to tell, am I still on the right path? Or was this even the right path for me to begin with? Did I make a wrong turn? Should I turn around and go back? And just like that level of uncertainty is enough to give you fear, worry, and anxiety. The other thing about the moon, though, is when it's dark outside, sometimes there's shit right there that you can't see. Stuff can be hidden in the dark. There could be information that hasn't been revealed yet. This could represent an illusion, because sometimes when it's dark, your eyes will play tricks on you. This can represent something being hidden in the dark, or some kind of a secret being kept. And in your cards, I've been reading them to you vertically in columns and horizontally in rows. This is the only card for you that has nothing in the row with it. Just a gap in the information, a gap in the information, and essentially still a gap in the information. This card and the High Priestess individually can mean there's just information that you don't have yet. There's something going on that hasn't been revealed to you yet. And I've got both of them right here. Both of them can represent your intuition and your emotions too. So this is really feeling like a spot where, at least at some point in time, you didn't have any facts to support what you were feeling, but you were feeling something and you knew something without having any way of actually knowing it is what it's feeling like. I do have all this passion and desire that you're probably feeling toward this person. And right behind that is logic and reason and common sense chiming in. Could be where there's confusion coming in. It could be, hey, dude, there's other options going on here. There's a choice between me and this other person that's going on here. And this could, like, a lot of times when your intuition is talking to you about something, it's going to tell you stuff that you don't want to hear. It's going to talk to you about stuff that you don't want to be true. And I mean, come on, if you have no factual data to support it and you just got this feeling that they're cheating on you, of course you don't want to believe that. I know, I've been in that spot before. A lot of times that will be like conscious mind going, yeah, but you can't really trust that intuition stuff. There's no factual data behind that. I don't want to convict somebody based on just some hunch that I have. I need truth and facts and statistics and data to support this. Scoot this over and get us a little bit more room here, Libra. That is your energy in this connection for May 2024. Let's take a look at your person's energy. First card for them is the most important. They got the Sagittarius Major Arcana card, Temperance. Central to their energy is that Knight of Pentacles. And their final card is the Three of Swords. Like I said, this is patience. This is blending things together little bits at a time, not being in a big hurry. Sometimes it's reconciliation, like as in let's recombine this together. Sometimes this is just somebody trying to blend two things together to make something new, trying to be patient about something. Tell me about temperance. It can even indicate that this person is like got some sort of a big time imbalance going on, and this is like the need to recalibrate that. I do see something unbalanced, unfair happening. This is the need to correct that. So if that's the case, it would probably be related to their own personal happiness and wish fulfillment. But let's clarify this temperance card. Why is this here? It's the first card for Libra's person. Okay. We got a mess here. This one is the last one for sure. Wow. You played by the rules all the way until the end. I normally get 3 clarifiers. You got 3, 3, and then 4. They start out with 5. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords. That's already out here in their energy as their final card. I've already seen this when I clarified the shared energy. There's a third energy involved here that's causing the heartbreak and the sadness, and I see that over here on your side. I've got both strength cards over here and a card of healing over here, and a card that's saying there's stuff going on that you don't know about. They could be very patient with this third energy that's going on. They could be trying to put some stuff back together because there was the third energy that caused heartbreak. Son of a bitch. We got the devil again, Capricorn energy. They have some toxic stuff either in their environment or inside them. This is usually a person who's not in control. This is about something that has control of them, and they can't really, like, think about a heroin addict or something. They don't really get to decide, am I going to do heroin today? Of course you are, because it owns you, you know, and that's kind of what this is feeling like.
Right.
Some toxicity about third energies and foolish behavior, taking unnecessary risks, starting at the beginning on something, taking leaps of faith on something, taking risks outside of connections. Ace of Wands right behind that again. So yeah, there's a passionate new beginning here. This is probably somebody who does not have control of their passion, desire, sexual energy. It has control over them. When I clarify this Temperance card, 4 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles.
Okay.
4 of Swords is Libra energy. Again, 4s are about stability. Swords are about the thoughts or the mind. So this is like stabilizing the thoughts, stability of the mind. This is an energy of taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break, choosing to go inside themselves to calm their mind down so they can think clearly and figure out what to do moving forward. Sometimes this can indicate there's a pause in the connection between the two of you, or a break. I know some people don't like to say we're officially broken up, we're just on a timeout, or we're on a break right now. Could be how they're viewing it. Could be that they're trying to be patient and bide their time and figure out what to do as they move forward. I got the Ace of Cups next, which is a new beginning in love and emotions happening. Possibly during a time period where you guys are on a break. Like typically what usually happens, and I can't guarantee this is factual in this particular case, but usually when I'm starting on your first column, that's usually stuff that's already happened, probably recent past. And the closer I get toward the end of your energy, it's like we're moving into the current time period or the near future from now. So this is looking like it's already happened. Them biding their time with this new cup of love, or possibly even getting a new cup of love during a time period when you guys are on a break of some kind. I have the 4 of Pentacles next, which is Capricorn energy. So I've got 2 4s here, a 4 in the center of your energy. This is like stability, physical stability, financial stability, but it's also an energy of like Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. Sometimes they don't want to let go of this new cup that they have. This could even be an energy of, hey, we got this heartbreaking thing that has happened, and I want to try and balance this back out and reconcile and fill the cup back up, from start over from square one, and I don't want to lose this connection with you. It could just also mean that they have a new cup of love that they don't want to let go of. This isn't looking too happy either. Page of Swords. Pages are messengers, so this is news and messages and communicating. Sometimes it's premature or immature communication, like poorly thought out. This is also an energy of a person who's trying to learn something, trying to figure something out. So sometimes this can just be like I'm studying something or I'm researching something and trying to figure it out. Sometimes this is like a spying type of an energy, like I'm snooping around and being nosy and asking questions about you, or I'm stalking you on Facebook or something like that, trying to figure out what's going on with you. Hell, this is feeling less like them doing that and more like somebody's watching them. This could be you trying to figure out what the hell's going on with them. It could be them trying to figure out how to hold on to this new cup of love. This could represent an external person that's not you, that's not them, that just knows both of you, and they saw something going on and then came and told you about it. Hell, it could be you snooping around on them. Even what I'm doing right now with digging into the energy, I'm kind of being nosy. So this qualifies as Page of Swords here. This is looking like they're trying to figure out how to hold on to this thing, because their personal happiness and wish fulfillment is tied to this Three Cups idea. Whether that is about getting back together with you or this other person, I'm not 100% sure yet. I do have Queen of Pentacles here. The only card that I don't have out here that would indicate, like, okay, let me restate that. I don't have them all out here for sure. But I've seen every other card that would indicate marriage except this one, and now I have it out here. If this isn't representing wife energy, this is representing an energy of a person that they're trying to build their life around in the physical sense. I have 10 of Pentacles out here, and I did see King of Pentacles when I was in your energy here. But there's something unbalanced, unfair, related to personal happiness and wish fulfillment that's tied to this. This person is semi-confusing here because I can't tell. There's too many possibilities, and I can't tell yet if this is them wanting to reconcile with you or if this is them wanting to hold on to this other person and maybe not let you figure out what's going on here. Central to your person's energy, Libra, is that Knight of Pentacles. We already saw that on your side. Like I said, very slow forward movement, slowest knight in the deck. This would be like, seems like nothing's happening. It can also represent that they know what they're supposed to do and they don't do it for some reason, or even that they know what they're not supposed to do and they're doing it any damn way. So tell me about this Knight of Pentacles. Why is that central? A Libra's person here in May 2024, please. Sheesh. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. In terms of zodiac signs, this represents the four fixed signs: Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. This is a change in the luck and fortune here. If things were going great, this is that pivotal moment where it spun the other way and things went to hell in a handbasket. It took an abrupt left turn straight into the wall or the telephone pole, or however you want to think about that. The opposite can also be true. If things have been going really crappy, this could be the wheel spinning the other way and trying to correct course, trying to balance things out. Yeah, this is feeling much more like the pivotal moment where things went to hell in a handbasket, if you want my honest opinion. Now, it can also represent divine timing, as in like something's going to happen when it's supposed to and not a minute sooner. I've got the Seven of Pentacles right behind that, Taurus energy of a period of time where this is one of two things. It's either a period of time where they're pausing to reflect on this connection with you and take stock of the situation that they're in, and they're trying to decide if these 7 seeds that you two have planted together is actually going to turn into the 10 of Pentacles that they really want. Or is this a spot where, like, maybe it's not going to pan out the way I want to, and maybe I shouldn't continue putting all my time, effort, and energy into this. Maybe I should just cut my losses and move on. So this would be that period of time where they're contemplating stuff like that. Or B, it could also be a period of time where they have already planted the seeds on something, and they're waiting on it to fully develop so they can do something with it. If this is them contemplating about the connection with you, there's stability behind it. 4 of Wands, that's central to your energy, Aries energy of stability of the home, the family, the connection. It also indicates that they're trying to manifest something, and they could have been going through a period of time where they're waiting on that to fully develop, and here it is, celebrating it. It's stable now, and I can do something with it now. 6 of Wands. So here we are getting into a lot more wand energy again. This is Leo energy of recognition. Sometimes this is them recognizing something, and what they recognize allows forward movement to happen for them successfully. Sometimes this is an energy of them getting recognized for something. If that's the case, they'd be getting recognized for changing things and doing something that they're probably not supposed to be doing. When I clarify that Knight of Pentacles, I get Judgment, Death, and the Ace of Pentacles. Judgment is a very powerful major arcana card. It's also a fire energy again. Got a lot of fire out here. This is a final decision. In a relationship, it's always one of two things. It's either A, we're going to call this dead and over with. I'm passing my judgment on it. It's done. There ain't no coming back from this. No need to talk about it anymore. The other thing it could mean is resurrection. You can see the angel blowing on this horn, calling the dead back from the grave. So it can be trying to resurrect the connection and bring it back to life and transform it in a way that it's never going to be that way again. That's probably what they know they're supposed to do. If you're waiting on a decision from them about are we going to put this back together or not, you're not really seeing any movement happen on that. And they're totally willing to take their sweet time thinking about it, being very patient here. The next card we have, though, is Death. It's an ending to something. Scorpio, major arcana. This is something dying so it can be reborn again a different way. This typically involves a very painful transformation process taking place, or a very painful transition period following the ending of something. If this is a question for your person about is it dead and over or can we bring it back, it's dead and over here. And tied to that death is Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love and emotions. Also tied to the death of this for them is this Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning in some physical opportunity presenting itself here. I've got that Knight of Pentacles out here on both sides of the table, in your energy and in their energy. He carries the Ace of Pentacles. This is looking like a physical opportunity presented itself, and they knew what they were supposed to do and didn't. And that caused a judgment on the connection. Either you called it dead and over with because of what you found out, or they called it dead and over with because they had this new cup of love and this new physical opportunity. I did see logic and reason talking to them, but taking a back seat to the wand, to the passion, the desire, and options and choices and confusion. Which one do I want? Which one do I want? And then there's this Queen of Wands, person with all this attraction that they have toward, passion and desire and attraction toward them. I think that's what's going on. I think we got a third cup of love here, and your person knew better and did it any damn ways. Final card for them, 3 of Swords, Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. Again, doesn't always have to be a romantic third party, but it's really feeling like it is in this case. Tell me about this 3 of Swords. Why is this here for Libra's person? On the bottom of the deck, you can't make this shit up. The Devil. We've seen this, this is the third time, I think, now? Some heavy toxic energy going on here. This is a person who's not in control of themselves. Sure, they probably try to present themselves as if they are in control. They probably use their logic and their reason to rationalize and make excuses for the things that they do. But they aren't really in control of what they do. Three of Swords. I'm clarifying the Three of Swords, and I get the Devil and the Three of Swords again. That's the universe beating me over the head like, dude, how many times do I got to tell you? They got a problem that involves third energies coming in that cause heartbreaking things. This person causes heartbreak and death wherever they go here. Not death in the literal sense, but death to cups of love, and it's tied always to new beginnings of something. I think this is probably a person who can't contain the wand. They probably get themselves into situations that they shouldn't. When I clarify Three of Swords, Ace of Swords, the Chariot, Queen of Wands again, and the Hierophant. Ace of Swords, sword of truth, sword of victory, sword of clarity. It's the sword you use to cut away something that's not in balance. It's the sword you use to sever a relationship. It's tied to heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. It's tied to final decision to call this dead and over with. I don't think they spoke the truth to you. It could be a case where they said, no, we're just going to take a break. But that's not what it meant for them. They intended it to be over, if that's what they told you. Next, I have the Chariot. This is Cancer's major arcana. This is the fastest energy in the whole deck. Very stark contrast to this Knight of Pentacles that I see here. This is about, like, at its core, it's like using the will to overcome obstacles or problems or challenges or roadblocks or shit that's in my way. It's like getting past all that stuff just through sheer will alone and moving forward very fast in success and victory. There is an issue of alignment here in this card. We've got the dark side over here, the shadow element of someone, and the light side of them. And the driver has no reins to control this thing. So he uses sheer will alone to power this, to steer it, and to control it. And if the driver is not in full alignment, if both sides of himself aren't pulling in the same direction, this thing either won't go anywhere and it's every bit as stuck as the Hanged Man, or worse yet, it'll pull itself in two different directions and tear itself in half as it tries to move forward. So this could indicate they're pulling a different way than you're pulling. We definitely know that they have a shadow element of themselves that's really in control, and they're not in control of it. This can even just indicate wanting to get the hell out of Dodge super fast. Cut this off, call it dead, and move on toward this new cup of love that I have. Also, this immense amount of speed and forward movement is tied to this Queen of Wands energy, which I've already seen down here 4 cards deep in the overall energy. I saw it on your side more than once. This is that Leo or Aries energy of this person they have all this attraction to, all this passion and desire for, all this interest in. They're viewing themselves as counterparts here. See, I've got 2 different queens in their energy now. I've got a queen on your side where you've got all this love and emotions that you have for them and that you want to pour into them, but you've been hurt because you're guarded. This Queen of Wands is tied to the physical opportunity that presents itself, and that happens to be something that they don't want to let go of. This is also like greedy, selfish, stingy kind of an energy. Like, it's mine, it's all mine, I'm going to have all of it and you can't have any. Similar type of an energy in the shared energy with this 9 of Cups. Personal happiness and wish fulfillment is the most important thing to them. And it looks like what their happiness is tied to is 3 cups of love. And we have the Hierophant. Taurus Major Arcana. This is marriage. This is commitment. This is taking a relationship to the next level. Being fully committed to it. That doesn't add up. Like, I can't read this full row to you because I've got someone trying to figure something out, and then I've got a gap in the information as it relates to this commitment thing here. So there's something that you're trying to figure out or that someone has seen, and there's a gap here, and the gap is tied to this physical opportunity that presents itself. Then we've got one card here that has nothing in the row with it. That would represent the wife figure or this stable, committed person that I'm building a life with, that I'm building my life around. That would be you in this case. And it's over here in their side all by itself. The only thing you have that's all by itself is a secret being kept from you. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Libra love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.